Hey, what's up, everyone? Bryce here, and I thought it would be kind of fun to unbox something that just came in the mail. This here is Camp Grizzly. This is a limited release second edition of the game, and I wanted to unbox this one and tell you a little bit of a story when it comes to this game and our table and our experience with this game over the years. Shout out, by the way, to the Shogunstein. If you've never seen his channel, go ahead and check it out if you like this kind of video format. I'm borrowing it today. Lenny, thank you so much. Hopefully you're all right with it. Borrowing it today because, well, Jessica and me really don't want to be on camera. Our little avatars that we create are a lot better looking these days, at least better looking than me anyway. Although my arms are bigger these days, but I guess that's neither here nor there. Anyway, Camp Grizzly, here we go. Funny story about this one, at least for us. This game was on our holy grail list for the longest time. When we first started getting into the hobby back in 2019, the original version, you could find it on Amazon for about 50 bucks. And for whatever reason, I was like, no, I'll buy it next week. Which is really funny because this game is right up our alley. It's a co-op. It is based on old 80s slasher flicks, most notably, I would say Friday the 13th, or at least the first one. And so it's just got everything we love. 80s slasher flicks, all sorts of good stuff. But for whatever reason, we didn't buy it. And then it went out of print and it disappeared. So here we go. We have the second limited edition release, I suppose. It disappeared, and apparently the designer disappeared too, so it was really weird. But they finally, I guess, tracked them down and made this one. And I wanted to unbox it and tell you this story. So let's see what we can see here. Nice rule book. I'm very excited to play this, by the way. This will be coming back to the table for some people, but for us, this will be our first go with it. So yeah, this was hard to find, and it was really too bad, because a lot of people were after it. It ended up being the holy grail game for a lot of people, actually. And every now and then, a copy would pop up. Somebody on Facebook would be selling it. It would show up for sale on eBay, and they were asking a lot of money for it. I guess they could, because it didn't seem like this game was ever going to be made again. Plastic bags for all the stuff. That's pretty cool. Looks like we got some standee pieces here. This is the upgraded edition, so all our characters are these really awesome acrylic standee pieces. Oh, that's pretty cool. They got some good weight to them. They're very detailed. This girl's having a good time. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, I guess you stick them on these standees and there you go. So yeah, every now and then a copy would come up on Facebook or on the Board Game Geek Marketplace, and they were, that's a cool key, asking for a lot of money. We're talking like hundreds of dollars. And eventually I had seen it enough, and I really wanted this game. I was prepared to spend like 200 bucks for it. And so I was like, okay, the next time it comes up, Evil Jason, there you go. A throwback to the original movie. This pops out here. We'll have to mess with that later. Got some counselors here. Let's see. Jody and Sherry, Karen, Tracy, CJ, he's having a good time. Mickey Mouse ears, that's funny. What's this guy doing? Saffron, hilarious. Oh yeah, a lot of good 80s vibes in here. I'm digging this. Although I think the game takes place in 79, but either way, classic slasher movie stuff. So yeah, I told myself I would be willing to spend $200 if it ever came back up again, which is a lot of money for a board game. It really is. I don't know if it's the wisest choice to spend $200 on a board game. but that's what I was willing to do. Cool expansion packs. That's awesome. And so a copy came online. Somebody was on Facebook back when we were still on Facebook, and one of the board gaming groups we were a part of. And the guy said, hey, it's for sale. Hit me up for the price. So I hit him up and I was like, all right, I'm prepared to spend $200 for this bad boy. And so I hit him up and he goes, I want $475 for it. And I was like, oh, there is no way I'm going to be able to haggle my way down to $200 or even $300. $475 was his asking price. And, you know, what are you going to do? The game was highly sought after. It was a holy grail game at that point. And so I was like, yeah, man, that's a little too steep for me. Good luck with your purchase or with your sale. And a couple of days later, somebody posted something, and it was a picture of the Camp Grizzly game that was for sale. And he said, I just picked this up, bought it from a private seller, whatever. And I knew how much he paid for it. And so I hit him up privately and was just like, dude, did you really spend almost $500 for a board game? And he was like, yeah, but you know, I really wanted it, and now it's in my collection, and now I have it, no longer a holy grail game. And so I was like, well, you know, hey, your money, you do with it what you will. About a year and a half goes by, and I'm on Board Game Geek, just kind of looking around for other things. And sure enough, I see in their little section of Kickstarters and Game Found games, the little countdown they do saying, hey, this many days left on the crowdfunding, whatever, I see Camp Grizzly. And I was like, no way, they're making a second go? So I check it out, and I think this deluxe version costs like $70, something like that. And I was like, oh, dude, for $70, I'm picking this up. Look at those pieces, those are cool. I'm not really sure what any of this is, but I do have an idea of how the game plays. So you basically run around, try to fight the killer. These look like different scenarios, so you get a lot of gameplay out of this. And then I noticed the board was double-sided, so you get the normal campground and then whatever this is here. That's really cool. Player aids, very awesome. So yeah, for $70, I backed it, the deluxe version. And while it isn't the original, it definitely is an upgrade from the old pieces. The old serial killer. He's a bear. I thought he was like a lion at first when I first saw it, but no, it's a bear. And yeah, so basically, long story short, I could have spent the $475 or whatever. I could have even spent $200 on eBay maybe. What are they trying to keep out of this thing? Good Lord. But I didn't, and I kind of resigned myself to just be like, you know, I'm never going to get to play Camp Grizzly, never going to see Camp Grizzly, and it is what it is. I have other games that are kind of like that. I got Mixtape Massacre. You know, that one's pretty good. We have one about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know, there's Halloween games out there, so it should be fine. But you wait long enough, and if the game's popular enough, someone will pick it up. Somebody will reprint it. That's the beautiful thing about this, is like, if there's money to be made, someone's going to be determined enough to make it. And so all you have to do is wait. So if you ever see a game that you really, really want, it was really popular, but it's really hard to find, I don't know, man, do what you will with your money, but I would not shell out a bunch of dough. Somebody will reprint it. Give it time. In the meantime, there are plenty of other games out there to play. And for $70, I now have this. It took me 7 years, but patience is a virtue. I really love the artwork on these cards. This is going to be a lot of fun to play. Oh, look, some E.T. references there. Of course, there's always a half-naked girl in these old slasher flicks. It's almost like a rule. But yeah, that's the moral of the story. 7 years it took us, but we finally got a copy. The game designer disappeared, but, you know, somebody found him. And I kind of feel bad for the guy who spent almost $500 for a version of the game that's probably, I wouldn't say outdated, but definitely probably doesn't look as cool as this. And, you know, I would be feeling personally quite silly, but that's just me. So, you know, there's a lesson behind it. Hold on to your money. Be patient. If a game's good enough, it will come around. And you know what? If it doesn't, there are other games to play. This is a luxury hobby, of course. It's all disposable income. Once again, spend your money how you want, but I don't know, just no game seems to be worth $475 to me. Even this one, which I'm really excited I have now. And you know what? With a little patience, fraction of the price for these awesome standees and all these expansions. And yeah, so that's it. This is Camp Grizzly. Can't wait to get it played. We got episode 4 of the podcast coming real soon about Pan Am. We're bringing that back to the table. Should be a lot of fun. I'm dropping stuff everywhere. But yeah, did you pick up a copy of this? Did you back this? Let us know what you think of Camp Grizzly. Maybe you've played it before. Tell us what we might be in for. Really looking forward to this one. All right, we'll catch you next time. Cheers.